me tell you how it goes. Curves the word, spins the verb. Lovers hit curves so frequent you heard. Rolling with the fatness, you don't even know what the half is. You got to pay to play just for shorty bang bang to look your way. I like the way you work it, Trump tight all day, every day. You're blowing my mind, maybe in time, baby I can get you in my ride.
I like the way you work it, right, bust the line. I like the way you work it, every day we gon' come around your way and do it our way. I like the way you work it, right, bust the line. I like the way you work it, every day we gon' come around your way and do it our way. Word up. Yeah, one time with flow.
Step up in the party, won't you move it to the left? Party people moving side to side, I'm feeling kinda blessed. And I'm so alive, I'm just so fly, doing kinda nice.
Word up.
It's a party,
Let me get down, do my thing. I always bring that always make your ass swing. Holding down the fort while we keep it tight. Hit you with that bang that keep you live all night. Make it move strong while we keep rocking on. Now the object is survival, son, so get your hustle on. Bust tough shot while I blow up the spot. I'll make it hot till the jam is packed to the parking lot. Now, me and my mans feel like we astronauts, cause we so high from off that line we got from new lots. Certified stimulation got me open wide. Before we slide inside, we grab the sand out the ride. We on fire tonight, and the place is looking steamy. Baby girl, let me shoot that gift that make your cake creamy. Feel the heat circulating through your body every time the flip mode clicks. Step inside the party where this vibe.
It's a party, let's get it on tonight. That's how we flow. Rock your body, we gonna do it right. The stimulation circulating through my mind, body, and soul. Bust a rhyme, stimuli, making me lose control. I'm so fly, and you're so fly. Feeling high tonight. It's a party,
I got my mind made up, come on, you can get it, girl. Come with me if you're really with it, girl. Back to my dungeon shack where the party is at, where I can tickle your eyes and your feminine fat. I checks for you, baby, what you gon' do? There's a party at my crib designed just for me and you. Let me let my crew know we about to break out. Split star web through corner law and the Boy Scout. My man Black missing, son wildin' with the shorty flipping, stacking paper, sipping bubbles, good fella living. But anyway, we about to break out in my lands, pursuing our thoughts and executing all plans. The dope is that we both understand that it's a one night stand and you ain't even thinking about your man. Oh, we about to turn on the heat again. Don't you say a word until we finish partying.
don't you know that tonight is your night?
Tonight is the night, yeah.
Feeling good when I have a piece of mind. Set it on me just a little while.
It's a party, y'all. It's a party, y'all. It's a party, y'all. Yo, well anyway, I'm back around my way, keeping it live. You know how we do each and every day. Rolling through thick with my girl Johnny, with the exclusive debut. Hey, Mr. DJ, listen to me, baby. We put something together that's gonna drive you crazy. Get from out your seat and stop acting lazy, or get up out my party if you acting shady. Baby, it's a party.
Locked up, they won't let me out. And I had a long day in court, it stressed me out. Won't give me a bail, it can't get me out. Now I'm headed to the county, gotta do a bid here. I'm used to living luxurious, I don't wanna live here. The walls is gray, the clothes is orange. The phones is broke, the food is garbage. A lot of niggas is living with these circumstances. SP's the same, I still murk your manses. Drug money to rap money, work advances. Ran and told I should've murked the Kansas. Got popped for a murder attempt. Knocked me on D block when I was burning the hemp. Had a brick in the stash, hope they don't take it to a further extent. Locked up and they won't let me out. When I hit my cell block, know to threat me out.
I'm steady trying to find the motive. Why do what I do? The freedom ain't getting no closer. No matter how far I go, my car is stolen. No registration. Cops patrolling. And now they done stop me and I get locked up. They won't let me out. They won't let me out. Locked up. They won't let me out. No. They won't let me out. Locked up. They won't let me out. They won't let me out. Locked up. They won't let me out. No. They won't let me out. Heading uptown to Rio. Back with a couple beats. The corner blocks on fire. Undercovers dressed as fiends. Making so much money. Products moving fast. Put away the stash. As I sold the last pack, down and got locked up. They won't let me out. They won't let me out. Locked up. They won't let me out. With my life, got a family that loves me and wants me to do right, but still I get locked up. They won't let me out. They won't let me out. I'm locked up.
It's the world's most talented record label.
They won't let me out. I'm locked up.
And that angelic voice you hear in the background. Oh, that's our princess of hip hop and all this. Mr. Sharon.
Boy, you
skirt on the back street in the backseat of the Yukon. What's taking so long? I'm getting anxious but patiently waiting for you to tell a nigga to move on. Between me and you, we can find each other flying abroad in my private G2. I ain't trying to G you, I'm trying to see you bent over. You know how we do it, feet to shoulders, bring heat to cold this night, so ferocious. Now you street promoting the dick game is potent, cause in the bed, nigga go hard like Jordan, sweat pouring, loving the way you be moaning, gripping the sheet, looking at me, cause every woman just wanna be happy, and it's crazy, but baby,
Love it when I'm with you, baby.
girl, your stare, those eyes,
Love it when you look at me, baby.
your lips, your smile,
Love it when you kiss me, baby.
your hips, those thighs,
Love it when you fuck me, baby.
and I can't deny.
Love it when I'm with you, baby. I wanna get away.
Tuesday morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
This is the all new Rise and Grind morning show
Yeah.
presented to you by the 419 Grind podcast. At the tone.
Yeah, set the tone of the day. You know, I try to watch my Sarah Jakes Roberts videos in the morning too, but today I woke up a little late. I'm not gonna lie, so I didn't get a chance to watch my video. But I listen to my music, and my favorite songs right now. I go to YouTube every single morning, and I go to Kiera Sheard. I think that's how you pronounce her name. And I go
Kiara Shears.
Kiera Sheard.
Okay.
And one of her songs is called Indescribable. That's my that's one of my favorite songs. And then there's another she's got a whole playlist, so I always just listen to the whole playlist. And there's lots of songs by Tasha Cobbs on there. And I like the song by Tasha Cobbs called Your Spirit. It really gets me all warm and fuzzy inside. So yeah, I'm feeling good today. How about you?
Man, I'm good, and it's good to see your energy. You can definitely tell. I want to just say good morning to our team.
Yes.
We got Trey, and then many of y'all may see him on the live. He is the intern engineer.
Yes,
he
making it happen for us.
Trey Mogul. Y'all can wave at the camera. We got Lexi in here
Yes.
for that. When you talk about team support and having somebody just to, for all intended reasons, just
Yes.
having support. Because
Yes.
oftentimes people think that your people got to talk. But sometimes it's just like you playing your music now, like it played through.
I didn't even
No,
get into
it's
that.
cool. The Lord was in this place.
The Lord is always going to be in this place. Amen.
And so that's just good. And it's a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. It's going to
Yes,
be
it
high
is.
in the 80s. We might expect a little rain. I like a little rain, though, Leah. I don't like catastrophic
Yeah.
rain, but I do like a nice little
Yeah, I do too. I
make love rain.
Yes.
On the
or-
rise.
you know-
Rise me, baby. Rise me.
I love this. I get good sleep when it rains. So for me, it's really relaxing, and I just love the sound of the rain, and I'm just able to relax. And when I lived in AZ, I don't know if you've ever been to AZ or if you know anything about the monsoon season.
Okay.
But
In Arizona?
Yeah, in Arizona. Around this time of the year, probably more closer into September and October, they have what's called the monsoon season. So it's kind of like their fall season.
Okay.
But it's it rains crazy. You think it would never, people think it never rains in Arizona. It's a desert. You think desert. everywhere. We had the other day, Jesse was in here and we listened to, he played a voicemail from one of our listeners, single dad all the way from Florida, calling all the way from Florida, and he was calling in, in reference to what we were talking about. We were talking one day about, single parents, and he was talking about how he was a single dad, and how he's taking care of his girls, by himself, their whole lives, and he was just talking about being a single dad. So shout out to him, and all of our other listeners who are listening in all over the world. Like,
absolutely,
it's amazing. It's a blessing.
And to that dad, because I did hear that call too, he spoke with passion.
Yes.
Because this is a expecting unexpected conversation, some of the content that people might not agree with, but it's cool. So even with you sharing that, this is the #1 urban media podcast in the country. So we gotta have tough skin, and we thank you for weighing in all the way in Florida.
Yes, thank you so much.
419 Grind.
Thinking about us and calling and wanting to talk to us. We love it.
So thank you. But you know what? Even more importantly, Leah, I think you are extremely excited today, man.
Yes,
Somebody.
I'm so excited, you guys, because it is.
Wait, don't tell him. Hold on. Drum rolls, please, in the studio. Everybody make a little noise. When he wake up in the morning, he see what mama talking about. Hey, announcing, please.
Brandon Emmanuel Vickers. Wake up. It's your birthday.
It's your birthday from Big Trice.
Hey,
Go, B.
It's my baby's birthday. And actually, today is a special day because my daughter, who was just born 4 months ago, was born on May 1st.
Okay.
So today, she's 4 months old.
Wow.
And today, my son is 8 years old, my baby.
That girl got work.
Yeah, man.
Happy birthday. And he's the big
birthday.
8.
Yes, he's 8 years old. I just can't believe it. Like, I remember when it literally seems like just yesterday when I was in the hospital having
Girl, for real.
Yes.
Girl, girl, really? Like, what you remember? Like,
oh my God. Like, I remember being in the hospital and I got to the hospital too late and I couldn't get my epidural.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
They wouldn't let me get my epidural and I had to have that baby natural with no drugs.
With no epi?
No epi.
Oh my God, I seen that look. I almost fainted with mine. So girl, you is a strong sister, cause epi with no epi.
Hey, listen, but I didn't play that
and you
game
pushed
with this
through?
one. I pushed through and we made it happen.
You grinded it?
Grinded it through,
Brandon the Grinder.
Man, so that was a beautiful day. Every single time I had a child, like all 3 of those days were like the most happiest days of my life because that is something when your baby comes into the world, especially as a woman. I mean, I know it's a great.
No,
thing
I
for
needed
you
an
guys
epidural
as
too
well.
when I was watching it. I was watching it. I was hollering too. I actually fainted when my son was born.
So it's crazy though because it's like to really see like your body go from this little stomach to like literally watching a whole human being grow inside of your stomach to then watching it come out of your body. That's just some miraculous thing.
And then your body went back. See, my body stayed the same way. Like
I got that snapback. Thank the Lord.
She said she got that snapback.
Everybody always had jokes on me all through. I got bullied and made fun of. Skinny. I was skinny. I had the little legs and I was that skinny girl. All the other girls were thick back then, and I was skinny. And now.
Period, boo. Look at me like don't even got to say nothing. Well, I was born 200 pounds, so I've been struggling with this thing. I was the one that they was putting on the commercials. You're a obese child. Let's stop obesity. But you right, man. It is a beautiful thing, and I'm just gonna say this for all my beautiful women that are able to experience going through that process, going and carrying a child, and even those that maybe not all the way through, just thank you for that because, and I'm gonna say this, men we like them stretch marks. That mean that good. But we got a young intern in here. Yeah, we rising and grinding this morning on the all-new Rise and Grind Morning Show, presented to you by the 419 Grind Podcast. Leah, it is some.
I'm just listen. Okay, I wanted to say something real quick because I what I hear is that people are noticing that are thinking that I'm not paying attention during the shows, and I just want all of my listeners and all my viewers to know I am highly aware of what's going on. I'm listening, I'm paying attention, but when I'm looking down because I'm seeing what you guys are talking about. I'm doing social media marketing. I'm looking in my phone and I'm looking on my laptop so I can see who's listening, who's watching, and so I can read your guys' comments and shout y'all out. So just, bear with your girl. I'm sorry.
And that's big.
I promise I'm paying attention.
This is one of the most interactive podcasts in the country. So yes, we need her to take a look every so often, poke in, see what's going on. TJ, want to say what's up? Pastor Mike Jr. Man, thank y'all. TJ, you have been, but I ain't gonna tell him what we got going on. But TJ, man, I thank you, man, for listening. Big shout out to my cousin Amy Meredith. We are those that get up with the Rise and Grind Morning Show. You are officially. And we giving her the tag. She say, those that's up, we are the grinders.
Yes,
Good morning, grinders.
Good morning, grinders. Shout out to my boy, Eric. Good morning. Big
shout out to everybody that got on shoes like Monica had on last night on the Brandy and Monica versus yesterday. She had on the same shoes from the video, The Boy Is Mine, and they just went in on the sandals and the heels. But Monica is beautiful. Brandy is beautiful.
Yes,
make sure you play some Monica and Brandy today. We might even give you a little bit of that if they don't, censor that or whatnot. But, one of the things that's really kind of just stirring up Tuesday, President 45.
Oh, gosh. What now?
He is visiting Wisconsin to meet with law enforcement and other officials. But he is not meeting with the family of the Blake family. But I have to say, this might not be a popular statement, but I wouldn't want President 45 coming to me because even
then don't go. Don't go. Don't be fake about it. I ain't with the fake I'm not with fake stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't do all the fakeness. Like, if you ain't with it, then don't go. You know what I'm saying? Don't pretend like you with something when you really ain't with it. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't with it, don't go.
Absolutely.
Don't just go for the publicity or because your PR team said, this is what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? So if he's not genuine, and I don't know whether he is or not. You know what I'm saying?
And that's all of us. You're not by yourself.
But if you're not, then you need not, you know what I'm saying? Don't go.
And I totally agree. Don't go. But the but is, and I don't like using the word but, we can't determine someone's genuineness because in their mind, that he may think, and in his mind, he might think if I come over there and I say, hey, we deeply saddened, that saddens America, and somebody like, well, he's taking sarcastic because of his actions prior to.
Right.
So we don't know his level of genuineness because now life has been, well, he hasn't died, but the situation, I'm saying Blake, hasn't, the situation happened. How do we move from that and being genuine in that regard?
Right.
And I think that's a question that each and all should weigh in. Get a studio a call.
Yes, give us a call, guys.
And do you think Donald Trump should Donald Trump visit the Blake family? If you call us in right now.
Do you think it's genuine if he would? Like, call in.
Toledo, rep your city. Visit us online. Toledo, rep your city. Visit us online at the419grind.com.
That's right. You can find us online. Make sure you like us.
Find us online at 419grind.com.
What's on your mind? Give us a call at 419-540-3566. And we want to hear from you.
If you need that number again, we're going to do that again.
419, what's on your mind? Give us a call at 888-848-3566. We want to hear from you.
And do you think Donald Trump, when he visit Wisconsin, I'm not even going to play like I know how to say that city, with Wisconsin, Winnosha. Should he visit? We want to hear from you. If you're looking in live, leave your comments. We will mention that. If you are Alicia Evans, hey, Lily, I see you this morning. Tenaciously persistent. She is really persistent. Like on everything. She like, it's me. Yeah, we know.
That's our girl. That's our
we
girl.
know. But no, thank you again for your time. Check us out on YouTube. Big shout out to Dre Sav. We know
Yes, we miss our boy.
he taking care of some business, man, making savvy moves.
Yes, making big savvy moves.
Big shout out to Victor Coleman.
Yes.
Jesse Coleman
Yes.
again.
Shout out to our whole team.
That is really trying to grind mentally, physically, emotionally. You just never know what somebody is going through to try to get through the next moment.
Right.
And I just ask that all of us, I made a statement today and it said, don't let your principles fuck up your purpose. Signed, Montrese Terry. I said it. I'll say it again. Don't let your principles fuck up your purpose.
Yeah, I like that.
What is your purpose? What's the bigger why in you?
What's the bigger picture?
What's the bigger picture? What is we all at? What are we trying to accomplish? I'm glad that we know where each other stand. We know what pulls each other triggers. We know
Right.
what we don't like. But Leah, how do we teach someone? How do we show someone when we don't agree to keep focusing on the goal or the task at hand?
By just how do they say it? Being the role model, leading by example. You know what I'm saying?
That's tough.
We just have to learn to. You have to learn how to put your feelings aside, put your emotions aside. You told me this, Trice. You said, sometimes you take things too personal. You got to take your emotions out of it and see us as women. When there's a woman involved in
Absolutely.
things, women we're emotional beings. We're emotional creatures, and sometimes we do take things personal. See, y'all men, I don't mean to get real vivid and stuff, but I'm gonna
This that expect the unexpected.
This is expect the unexpected. I'm gonna give y'all a lesson on women real quick. Y'all men think if you think that a woman has a 7-day cycle, you're completely off. We don't have a 7-day cycle. If you Google anything about a woman's cycle, it's called a 28-day cycle. Why? That's because we are on a cycle 28 days out of the month.
Okay.
We only have 7 days where we do the thing. You know what I'm saying? But we're on a cycle 28 days of the month. So you men need to understand that our hormones are going, our emotions are going, and we're dealing with the kids, we're dealing with the stresses, we're dealing with y'all stresses, we're dealing with everything.
Yes.
And so, yeah, we might chop y'all head off every now and again, but, it's all in love.
And that's where men, and I say that we are in a generation of men that struggle with being shown or being taught how. So, and I think when we think about teaching and think about how to adapt, it comes with a level of respect. Because if you respect me and I respect you, I will listen to you.
Absolutely.
But can you still listen to me when you don't respect me?
Right.
Can you still listen to me when you don't respect it? I done been on some bull crap or I done did something dumb. Can you still respect me
Right.
to listen to what I'm saying? Because you right, Leah. We don't listen. And when men, we stubborn. So it's a everyday coaching. It's a everyday, how do you figure out? Oftentimes people say, you should know that by now. You should know that by now. You know how I am. I do, but I got shit over here I got going on too.
Right. We can't just always be like, well, that's how I am.
Ooh,
No.
go girl.
And,
Let me see real talk.
For real.
Real table talk with Leah Renee. Hey, Leah Pie.
I've been working on myself. The Lord is working on me. The Lord is working on
And
me. It's an everyday process.
I'm glad
but
you're not where you were.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you're not where you are right now, so you can enjoy the process.
Yeah.
And I see you working. You see me working. And again, that's why I was having a conversation with my best friend, two of my best friends. Big shout out to Shantae James, Kisha Roach.
Hey.
They're my two best female friends. And me and my best friend Shantae was having a conversation. And the conversation was, women think about men being in together. right? So y'all think about together. Don't persecute the person when you don't know their problem.
Right, right.
And that's why sometimes, Leah, we like, and I'm glad you said about where a woman stand and what women go through. I saw you, and I hope you don't mind me sharing, but I saw you yesterday. You're a mom. You have 3 lovely children.
Thank you.
One celebrating a birthday. The other one is celebrating 4 months today. But I saw you. You was making the doctor's appointment. You was setting up your other appointments that you had to do to make sure to keep the house together. You was coming in here to give them the best Leah Renee. You was dealing with men. I say, man, this woman, right? You was like a Rubik's Cube for real. And I'm gonna just tell you, I have never put that motherfucker all together on 4 sides. So, but I saw the Rubik's Cube working yesterday, Leah, and I would say that moving forward with any relationship, people have to learn that everybody can't put the Rubik's Cube together. Even after time is spent together, the Rubik's Cube still, I'm up in my 40s and I still have never put the Rubik's Cube together.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
How you feeling? Like you getting almost, come on, get out of there.
I feel you. You know, when we talked about that yesterday, you know, I totally took heed to what you were saying. And, you know, at the end of the day, we just have to be mindful of one another, you know, and you never know what someone's going through. You never know what someone's situation is on a particular day. You never know what someone's dealing with. And, you know, we all just have to be mindful of one another and be kind. And, you know, I feel like love will conquer all.
Look, you even say it with love. And that's why, Leah, I was so proud to see you put up on that. So we have a little pep board that we all take a daily sticky note. Yeah. Trey's today was don't sell yourself short.
I love it.
Mine's was don't let your principle fuck up your purpose. What was yours today?
I put up 2. One said, you are amazing.
And
the other one said, well, it's for everybody though.
Okay.
It was you are amazing for everyone. So everyone who looks at it, I want them to know
you are amazing. Okay, amazing.
And what did the other one say? Shoot, I don't remember what the other one said.
What I like the one you put yesterday, because I used it and I applied it in my life yesterday after we had such a great interview with Financially Led, and then we walked into some other things. You said, give me a minute.
Yeah.
Leah, that was so dope. And all our listeners that know something about that, all those are just viewing, y'all know something about that.
Yeah.
When somebody don't get it and it doesn't move at your pace and you want a response, give it a minute.
Give it a minute.
And matter of fact, if you're listening and you're watching, just hit the love button wherever you are. If you on Facebook Live,
shout out to our listeners. And
all
those
just
hit the love button. Oh man, it's
and we
crazy
go.
Love. Look at
well,
that.
let's shoot them out. Let's shout them out. Who's showing live?
First of all,
here we go.
We're doing shout outs. I'm gonna shout out some birthdays because our boy Andre
McCullough, Big Chapter 31,
Big
Dre,
Chapter 31. Shout out to you, Dre.
The other side,
happy
big dog.
Birthday. Chapo the Great, happy birthday. Celeria Decembly, happy birthday. Sanithia Addy, happy birthday.
Hey.
Carlos Manuel Rodriguez, happy birthday. Jay Guzman, Pippi Longstocking, Meg McGee. My girl Meg McGee, she's pregnant, getting ready to drop a baby.
Congratulations.
Baby girl, congratulations to her and happy birthday. Shout out to my boy Stevie on the live, my boy Vic on the live, Shantae, Keitha. Shout out to my girl Keitha in Hot Box Bistro. Listen, hey, she got
Keitha,
some of the
cheers.
best food in the city. That's my girl. I love her to death.
Keitha,
shout out to her,
you coming in the studio?
Her whole team.
You and Andrea.
Yes,
y'all
Keitha, we got to get you in here, girl. We got to get you in here.
Chef Queens, baby, coming to you on the Rising Girl Morning Show and Real Table Talk with Leah. So who all hit the love button? Who all hitting the love button?
Oh, everybody.
Well, no, it's jumping. Keep hitting it. We seeing it.
We seeing it. We
keep hitting the love button. That's right.
Hey, I love love it. I love it. That just, it makes me so warm and fuzzy.
Oh, pretty. And her nails look real good.
Shout out to my girl Aisha. She keeps my nails together. That's my baby.
Well, I need a petty and manicure too.
Oh, she will get you together.
Okay,
she will
then.
get you together. I'll give you her information because my girl will get you together. And she has her own little booth. It's like one of them places where she has like her own little booth.
Can I fit though? Can I fit?
Oh, you fit.
Okay, then, all right.
Oh, you can fit.
Because a booth ain't really been good to me in my life.
Yes, Keitha, girl. Anytime you get with me, girl, we gonna bring you on the show.
For sure. So keep it locked right here.
Yes, keep it locked. No, go ahead.
No, because we want to thank our sponsors, because
Yes,
Greater New Summer,
definitely.
and all those that has a business on the that's following us, listening in. Y'all can call in. We want to hear your business.
419, what's on your mind? Give us a call at 419-540-3566. We want to hear from you.
That's right. So don't go nowhere. We're going to pay a couple bills and just chill with us, vibe with us. It's the Rise and Grind All New Morning Show.
Stay tuned.
If you're tired of church as usual and you're looking for something invigorating, exciting with passion, then the Greater New Psalmist Baptist Church, 3251 Glendale, is the place for you. We are a people that's determined to occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change. The only thing's missing is you. Meet us at 3251 Glendale Avenue as we continue to be relevant and occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change.
Yes, welcome back to the all new morning show, Rise and Grind Morning Show, the #1 urban podcast in the nation. It is your girl, Miss Leah Renee, and I got my boy, Big Trice, in the building. Hear me. I love that. Hey, it's a Tuesday morning. It's beautiful. The sun is already out shining. I didn't see any traffic coming in. It's looking like a good morning. So shout out to all our listeners, all our viewers that are tuned in. We love you guys. Shout out to Dr. Breon Hall and Greater New Psalmist Church. We would really love to keep them as a sponsor. And so, you guys, we're going to keep this moving on, and we want more sponsors to come. If you have a business, if you have a brand, if you're promoting something, make sure you get with us because we are looking for new sponsors.
Absolutely. And with that said, Lynn, you're right. Thank you, New Psalm. house out. I do want to shout out. I'm trying to get out the house, y'all. Real Sisters Collection. Oh, man. They were at the Queens pop-up. Them sisters was working. It's called Real Sisters Collection.
Yes, I remember talking to them. Yep, beautiful girls.
Reach out to them. Tell them you heard it this morning on the 419 Grind podcast, Rise and Grind morning show. And you can reach them at telephone number 419-320-8544. They do all type of apparel, clothing, and just, real sisters. Support your sisters.
Yes, I love
y'all
it.
be like, thusters. Support y'all thusters. 419-320-8544. Real sisters. And also, I want to give a big, big shout out because, Leah, you're going to help me because I didn't know how to really say the word. House of Bell. My little cousin Barbara Anderson, she was doing eyelashes. And
but she was in there getting it in, too.
She was, and Barbara was working, but I didn't know how to say that word for real. What y'all call that, esthetician?
Esthetician.
Oh, big shout out to everybody that go see an estheticianist. Now, what do
estheticians are they're skin professionals. So they do like I think like they get into microblading, or they can help you with your skin care and all that type of stuff, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Awesome. And we want to thank all those that's sending music. We're getting it, and as we build this together, we're going to be able to give you a chance to be heard right here with us, all those that's looking in. And again, this is the most interactive podcast, Leah, in the world. Mm-hmm. We going to talk to you. Mm-hmm. And if we don't talk to you today,
we're going to get you tomorrow.
So
what's up with our callers?
Call in.
Nobody called in yet.
Maybe because we had the phone turned on. We need you to call in right now. If you up this morning grinding, what's your grind? Call in this morning and chime in with us. I would like to say, again, my son was definitely emotional behind the Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
At 43. Man.
Rest in heaven to Chadwick Boseman, man. That came, actually I was at Andre's party that night when I found out. He stopped the music and he came over the mic and he made the announcement that I think that was after you left.
After I ate the lamb chops,
that
was free.
You came in, ate my last lamb chop.
My sister, I did. And she had to.
But I saved it for you. I saved it for my
Appreciate
boy.
it.
And then he left, and then after you left, Andre had stopped the music and he was like, we got to have a moment of silence. I just found out that, Chadwick Boseman has passed on. And so that was like crazy. I was like, wow. So that, man, that's, yeah. And it's crazy because like they said he had been battling, cancer for the last, 4 years or something. And so it's just crazy. Again, what we just said a little while ago, you never know what someone is going through. You know what I mean?
And he have made some fun. And again, this is the thing. Movies in that time span. If you don't know, search it online. We ain't got to, a lot of people is going to tell you the different movies. You can check out the movies, go online. So, Leah, a testament to that, brother, not only was he working, making the all-time greatest movies, his last tweet, we got our caller, his last tweet was the most tweeted in all time since Twitter has existed. He had the number one tweet, a black man.
Wow.
Again, setting precedents. Hey, you're on the Rise and Grind morning show with your girl, Leah Renee, and your boy, Big Trice. Who's on the call?
Hey, this is Jesse. Can y'all hear me?
Hey, yeah. Jesse, we can hear you. Good morning.
Can you hear us while you grinding right now?
Yeah, I got on my mask. I didn't know if you can hear me or not. I got on my mask. I'm trying to be safe in here. Got my gloves on.
Make sure you stay safe.
My mask on.
Where you at, Jesse?
I'm trying to stay safe, Liz. I'm at Jeep right now. So I just want to shout out to all the UAW, Local 12, all the Jeep workers, all the GM workers, even though our cars are better, all the Ford workers. And shout out to Leah and Trice for holding it down while I'm in here trying to. I don't know what I'm doing in here, but yeah, I'm in here. And Leah, I love you. We as a family, we go through ups and downs. Trice, you know what it is.
Yes, sir.
I love you too, Jesse.
Victor, I know you listening. You know what it is. You're my brother.
Wow.
We all have challenges.
Yes.
We all go through ups and downs, and I love y'all. I love the family. Dre Savage, Andrew Z, Let's get it.
Hey.
419 Grind.
I love
Rise and
you
Grind
too,
Morning Show. Let's
Jesse.
go.
And you're right. We family. Hey, that's what family is about. Brothers and sisters. They fight. They go through things, and everything ain't peaches and creams, y'all. This is expect the unexpected. It's real. This is real deal. We are a real family. We've experienced some trials and tribulations, but we learn how to get through them, resolve them, and move on. And we love you too, Jesse. And hey, let's get it.
So
let's go.
I gotta go. Before you go though, Jesse, what particular job are you doing at Jeep? Because I don't want you missing those screws when I buy my Jeep, bro. Like
I'm on the door line, so I'm building these gladiator doors. Right now, I'm putting on the weather seal that holds the rain from getting in the car.
We was just talking about rain, and we sitting in the studio that you built with your team,
and we got on your blue shirt,
and we got your product on. We on your product while you working for somebody else. Boy, your grind is real.
Hear me.
Hey, period, Pooh. It's the 419 grind, man.
Have
Love
a good
you,
day,
man.
Jesse.
What's the number one morning show?
The number one morning show is the Rise and Grind Morning Show, 419 Grind.
Presented to you by the 419 Grind Podcast, exclusive.
Love you. I gotta go.
Love you. Have a great day.
Here come the supervisor. Get off your phone. Again, that's what it's all.
I love that.
Again, you can call in. That is the CEO of the 419 Grind Podcast, and me and Leah in here rocking his equipment, his studio. You see us on the live. Trey is in here learning. As I shared with Trey earlier, Trey, weigh in on the conversation real quick. Weigh in. I told Trey, I said, Trey, this is a great resume builder for you because you get a chance to put this on your resume as
a real hands-on experience.
Man, he is
real hands-on training. He's learning like step by step what to do. I mean, he's teaching me. Trey, you're teaching me stuff that I don't even know, and I'm a college graduate.
You are.
So, and Trey, I said to you earlier that you get a chance to put this on. They be like, well, can you show anything? You'll be like, well, I'm so glad you asked.
Exactly.
So big shout out. I want everybody that's listening, show love to those that's going back to school. My son started school today in Michigan. Hit the love button, those that's virtually learning. Leah, did you?
My kids still haven't went back to school, and I ain't mad about it because this homeschooling stuff, whew, honey, listen, I told my son, you might as well just go be a rapper or a YouTuber.
Man.
No, I'm just playing, y'all.
No, she was so serious.
She was super duper serious.
She was real serious. But I will say that I'm glad you mentioned that, Leah, because especially here in Toledo, TPS is asking that all of your parents, please go get your Chromebooks, go meet with the teacher.
Wait, when did they say we're supposed to do that?
Call your school. Call the school.
Got a lot of different
But
districts.
no, I called the school. I talked to the school.
Just keep calling.
Okay, all right, okay.
Just keep calling.
Okay.
Because they have just started, I think yesterday, and if I'm correct, or this week, Monday. They're asking in advance to get the Chromebooks, get everything that you need. If you need some help, call in on the 419 Grind podcast. And Dr. Durant and TPS is a proud supporter of the efforts of minority and entrepreneurs. So we will be able to get you the information that you need to assist you. And those that goes outside of TPS. If you need resources, don't be afraid to ask. Don't sell my babies, your babies, our kids short because you don't know. Hell, I don't know some of that stuff. Man, I went on YouTube to learn 4th grade math because it was one question.
It's critical, man. That math is something.
Look, Leah looking at me in the studio, y'all like, that
math is something, let me tell you.
So for those that may have, since we got Trey on, Trey, do you think those that's in school and you now have graduated, but You're a year removed from graduation and first year in college. Do you think it would be difficult for those on the virtual learning piece, or do they need the hands-on in school?
For sure. A lot, because I think kids need that in school. You need an in-class experience, and when being out of class, you are at home around all the distractions. Most people probably in their bed. They just wake up and open a laptop. They got everything there. They get distracted, and it's not. You can't blame them on that. They in their comfort zone. You can't you can't force somebody to feel like this is a work zone when this is a safe haven from the world. For real. This is where you feel at peace. This is where everything is yours. Nothing can really bother you. This is where you can do what you got to do. So I feel like it's hard to adjust to that. Like, they cut school in like March or whatever. So if you were in school and you had to go through online classes, it was not as detailed as that. They would probably send out some assignments, maybe make a video and put it out. Now you're in live classes, like every day. You're going to be in live classes.
Yeah, my son got gym at home. Like, we had to move the stuff around. Like, they have like, man, what are you supposed to do? He about to climb no rope in this house.
No. You don't pay no bills around here. You ain't getting nothing.
No, to your point,
that'd be hard. Like, it's gonna be hard. It's a weird adjustment, but for sure we're gonna have to go through it because these are unprecedented times in the world.
Can you spell that without your phone?
UMP. No.
I was about to say he was there, y'all. But go ahead.
I swear I got second place in the spelling bee in 6th grade. I swear I did.
Yeah, that part.
All right, but look,
unprecedented times and trying to manage.
Like, it's gonna be hard. We have to adjust, but I'm sure life will get back soon. Like, you just gotta grind and get through it.
Ooh.
You just gotta keep grinding for sure. I think teachers are gonna. I seen some things like teachers trying to tell people they can't eat in their own house, or trying to make sure they can't wear pajamas or something like.
Now, okay, listen. I understand the whole not having to wear pajamas thing, like not being able to wear pajamas, because at the end of the day, we have to continue to teach our kids structure, and they have to understand, like, even for people who are working at home, like I saw someone said, it just makes you feel better, when you get up in the morning, get dressed, you get ready for the day, and then you sit and you're just more focused, you're feeling more motivated. And so I think especially for the kids, I think they should still have to get up, get their clothes on, be presentable, and be dressed and ready to go, because we want to keep them in that structured routine. So
absolutely. And I just want to give a shout out to Cynthia, Joe Teeper. Want to shout out to the Selfs. What up, Lance?
Yes.
Brian. Big shout out to B. Daniels. Your dad is on this morning. I know he's supposed to be, but he's looking at his Al Lucas.
To work, dude. You gotta make them trucks or do everything.
Shout out to Matt and who else? Alan, Keitha, Steve, Joe, Terrence.
Leah Renee. Who was that?
We had Shantae James. She made a comment. If y'all want to read it.
Yeah.
She did.
Let's read her comment.
Yeah, on the about the school and stuff.
Let me see what my best friend. Let me see what my best friend in the whole.
Hey, kiss this girl.
All the way in Cincinnati, Ohio.
She's in Cincinnati.
She's in the natty.
I got it right here.
What did it say? She says. Shantae says, I think it depends on the child. I do believe the education system fails to identifying a child's space requirements of learning.
True.
Wait a minute. She said, I do believe the education system fails in identifying a child's space requirements of learning. Call in 419-540-3566. Explain that.
Yeah. We want you to elaborate.
Give us a call at 419-540-3566. We want to hear from you.
Got to say what's up to my cousin Felisa. She's on right now. Oh, man.
Shout out to the family.
Trey, you getting a lot of love right now, man.
Thank you.
And that's from Miss Katie. Miss Katie, thank you so much for telling.
Shout out to
really look back at the 17 emails that I got in one day about my son's school, upcoming school experience and his teacher. So you're right. We got to really carve that time out, and it won't be easy.
Yeah, because it's a lot of work, because you do have to just take the time and do every single thing and make sure you're writing things down so you don't forget this and forget. And I'll tell y'all, I'll be honest with y'all. I'm one of them people who's working on my irresponsibility, because I'm not as structured as I need to be. You know what I mean? My kids, especially the end of this last school year, like when this all first happened, the TPS, they just went ahead and passed everybody along, because my son, that packet was not finished. And everything was not on point, and he still made it to third grade. I don't know how.
And wow.
But hey, it is what it is. We're going to keep it trucking. But the point is like you said, yes, us as parents, we have to take the bull by the horns. We've sat up for years and said, oh, there we go.
We got a caller.
We got a caller, but
we've sat up and said, that the teacher's this, the teacher's that. Well, now it's on us. So now, we got to see what we're going to do, and we got to be responsible. So we have a caller. Thank you for calling the Rise and Grind Morning Show. It's your girl, Miss Leah Renee, and my boy, Big Trice.
I know who this is.
Who do we have on the line?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Vic.
Vic. Hey, Vic.
Hey, listen, y'all talk this. That's good information. I mean, these kids going back to school, online learning. For those who don't know, I received my degrees online, and that is a challenging thing.
Oh my God, it's so challenging.
You're a doctor, correct? And you're a doctor, right?
Correct.
All right. Just so we know, just so they know what we listen. We just a real dude.
So
from wait.
Degree,
hold on, because I really want to put this in context, Vic. You have a doctor's degree. Where are you from in Toledo? Where are you from?
From the west side. I'm from the west side of Toledo, Auburn and Monroe.
What elementary did you go to?
Elementary, McKinley. Then I went to DeVoe, and then I graduated from Start.
Thank you very much.
And that's why me and my boy Vic go way back, because McKinley to DeVoe to Start. Hey, west side of Toledo, that's how we do it. Woo, woo.
Now, and so you went from those schools in school, now went to virtual. And please explain the content of virtual learning, Dr. Victor Coleman.
Virtual learning is first a mindset.
Yes.
We have to get our young people in the mindset to understand, because if you think about it, they're going to be learning on a tablet or a laptop. And when you look at it from that aspect, they were used to playing games on that tablet or laptop. And now you want them to be serious in that space.
Right.
It's gonna take some reprogramming for our young people. So parents, be patient with them. I got a text from my mom this morning. She's asking how to handle her son who keeps going back to the games, and she's ready to go upside his head.
Right.
And it's a reprogramming. They're not used to this, and we have to be patient with them. But at the same time, we have to get in the game with them. We have to show them that we're on their team and we want them to win.
Wow, that's big.
Like, wait a minute, my son is still asleep. He need to be getting up. Hold on.
Yeah.
But we do. We have to show them that we're in it with them, and it's going to be hard. It is. It's going to be hard. I sat on a 2-hour virtual orientation for my son for school last night. 2 hours. Now, come on.
Oh, 1 second.
Hold on. Working.
Go ahead, Vic.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Vic.
we had to hold another caller.
You got the phone line jumping, but go ahead.
when you think about it, when you go to the school for orientation, it is about an hour to 2 hours that you're walking around meeting the teacher.
Yeah.
But it just was in a virtual setting. So I started looking at my phone. I started looking at Facebook, and then I looked over and see my son, and I said, "Oh, what example am I setting for him?"
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And to your point, making that transition, Vic, we have to be willing to give our kids a little bit of space. We want them to already be there, and it takes a minute. So you are actually being patient in that learning space. It is a challenge, and I thank you, man, for calling in, weighing in.
Yes, thank you so
leave
much.
comments, Vic. Hit the like button, man, and thank you so much, man.
And to the listeners, please make sure you hit share.
Yes, share.
And if everybody share this, I got something for you. I just ain't gonna tell you right now, so share. So right now we got our next caller on. We got our next caller on the line.
Hello, caller. Thank you for calling the Rise and Grind Morning Show. You're on the line with Miss Leah Renee and my boy Big Trice.
Hear
What's
me?
your name?
Good morning.
Good
this
morning.
is Shantae James.
Hey, girl.
Girl, I wish you would try to wake up this morning. Girl, don't do me. I'm on that this morning, Tay. Don't do that. Good morning, Tay.
Good morning.
Okay, then. Okay.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate all the love.
No problem. I have really enjoyed you all's conversation this morning. And so, yeah.
So what do you think about the new Rise and Grind morning show?
Based on the comment that you left.
So far, I like it. That's why I tuned in. I give my critiques to Trice, but that's why I tuned in this morning, because I just wanted to hear what you all have to say. Even though I am no longer in the city, I still want to know what's going on with my hometown.
I love it. What city are you in?
I am in Cincinnati.
Shout out to the Natty, Cincinnati. Shout out to all our listeners in Cincinnati. That's dope.
Yeah.
So you had a suggestion or a comment based on where we're going into this virtual learning with our students. Elaborate a little bit on your comment.
And by no means, I do not have an educational background, early childhood education. I am strictly saying this based on my own school experience.
And the mother of two. And the mother of two.
I am not sure when Montessori schools came about, but for me growing up, I just knew you go to school, you sit in a classroom full of 30 students. And so because I was in college enrichment programs since about 6th grade all the way through high school, I did a lot of hands-on in the summer. We were blowing up stuff. We were doing all kinds of things. And then you take me and sit me in a classroom. I was very hyper and active, so sitting me down didn't work well for me. I was really bored in school, and I'm still active and very hyper as an adult. So letting me be able to roam and move freely would have been a better environment for me. And I don't know if it's because public schools just don't have the resources, but I think a lot of kids get fidgety as an adult, so you can only imagine what it was like for a kid.
Exactly.
And so, and it wasn't until I had children, and maybe the schools were not around, but it wasn't until I had children that I realized there were so many other different learning opportunities and ways for them to learn versus just sitting in a classroom all day. And I try to tell people, your kids have sat in school all day for 6-8 hours, and then they get home and they have to do homework. I will let my kids run free. Like in safe places, I'll go in the mall, and I'm that mom on that one little corner end where there's not really stores. Like, let's run through this whole little park, because you have sat down all day, and now you have all this energy, and now I'm telling you, you have to behave in the store. You can't do this. You can't do that. And so within limits, I would do crazy stuff with my kids because I get it. And I'm that person in real life that I need to, get rid of some of my energy.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think, and I'm sure Leah as a mom, you would understand this point. We got to get that energy out and then try to find a way to be creative and willing them back in. Now, I will say this. Sometimes we think that it's a definite learning style, like this is how it's going to be. No, we're going to learn this even in that process. So where we are now, if we're willing to be open to learning new styles on how to do it, like she said, somebody that can come in and identify as they assess. Because right now, a lot of the school systems are assessing what she's saying. Like, how is this child? What is the best learning atmosphere for this child? And even at home, now, Leah, you have to learn how to.
Oh, yeah.
Shantae, you have to. I have to. We have to learn, even for adult schools or students that's in college. They have to find out what is the best learning space.
Yeah.
I can't sit at home and do no work, but if you send me out in the library or somewhere that's in an open space with other people, now I'm like, okay, I can get this work done.
Right.
So you have to identify, and this is an assessment process, Leah. So you have to identify what is the best learning space for your child. And like Victor said, let's be in it with them together and not get mad when they don't get it.
Exactly.
Oh, you don't get to say, that's what I mean. You ain't like that. It is the toughest right now.
Yeah.
I was working with my son, and he's going to 5th grade, and I asked him real quick. I was like, "What's 3 + 1?" And he was like, and he used his fingers, and I was like, "You forgot 3 + 1?" Like I went in that, like you went
right.
Easy, Montrese.
Right.
You get caught in something, don't know how to spell.
Right.
So you right, Tay. We have to find out what's the best learning, but we have to be willing to say, okay, this is not what we planned, but I'm willing to give an opportunity so this kid can get the best learning experiences that he or she needs. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I do, and I'm going to say, hold up on the fingers, because I still use my fingers. Like I use whatever tool I can use, I use, because sometimes, as I say to people, I'm a little slow sometimes. So
I have never known that. You expect the unexpected this morning on the Rise and Grind.
Right. So you have to use what you have, because sometimes you have those moments where you just completely draw a blank, and it's like, okay, what? And it takes you a couple seconds to get to it. So I definitely use my fingers. Like we spoke about my age. I don't know. I don't remember how old I am all the time. After 40, I just stop counting.
For sure.
I'm 40 until I'm 50.
All right. Well, you're still beautiful. I love you. I'm glad you made it back.
Thank you so much for
I love you all.
What you thought?
And I will continue. Go ahead.
What you was here and you visited the All Queens pop-up. What was your take back before we let you go? What'd you think about? You said they're real big in Cincinnati, so it was good to come home and see the All Queens pop-up. What were some of your thoughts?
I was really, really excited because it was unique. So I wanted to support her, and I really enjoyed the atmosphere. I didn't feel any kind of cattiness. It just felt like everyone was just like, it was a lot of camaraderie. And because I was sitting where I was sitting, I got to see Leah's interview. And like Trice, I was telling you, I was like, she did very well.
Oh,
like,
thank you so much.
I was like, she came down, like when it was the young girls, I was like, she came down to their level. She spoke to them. I was like, she was real good with projecting her voice. You couldn't all the time hear the individuals you were interviewing, and that could have just been because of where I was sitting. But I told them you were really good with projecting your voice. I could really hear you. You were really engaging. The DJ, the music was really good.
Shout out to DJ Trav.
Yeah, shout out to
the
Big Trav.
vendors, and everything was really amazing. I was surprised by the turnout just because it's COVID.
Yeah.
The turnout I thought was really good because of the state that we're in, but I really enjoyed myself. I had a really good time with those kids. I thought I was going to be bored just sitting there with children. However, it was amazing. We had great conversations about the schooling and everything that they have going on. So I was really entertained, and I really, really enjoyed myself, and I was really happy that I came. You all did a really, really amazing job.
Oh, thank you so much.
And thank you. And you got a lot of people sending love. I love you.
Yes.
Thank you for grinding with us this morning. Stay tuned.
Yes.
Tell Cincinnati about the #1 urban podcast in the country right here, the 419 Grind Podcast. We thank you. We love you. Stay listening.
Love you.
Kisses.
I'm about to tune back in. Kisses. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And
I love it. I love when our listeners call in, and I love the fact that people are tuning in all over the country and all over the world. I mean, it makes me just so warm and fuzzy inside.
Well, right after that, I think it's time that we go pay a few bills.
Definitely. Gotta show some love to our sponsors.
Continue to send your music. Continue to like, share. If you're on your phone right now, we know it. Please subscribe to the channel.
Yes,
the next 10
YouTube
people
channel.
that subscribe to the YouTube channel, the next 10 people that's listening and viewing and subscribe to the YouTube channel, inbox the City Park League. I got something special for you.
Shoot.
The next 10 people, and I'm looking at the time right now, it's 9:32. So if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, inbox the City Park League. I got something special. Don't go nowhere.
If you're tired of church as usual and you're looking for something invigorating, exciting with passion, then the Greater New Psalmist Baptist Church, 3251 Glendale, is the place for you. We are a people that's determined to occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change. The only thing's missing is you. Meet us at 3251 Glendale Avenue as we continue to be relevant and occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change.
Show brought to you by the 419 Grind Podcast. Exclusive. It's your girl Leah Renee.
Yes. Hey. It's your girl, Miss Leah Renee, the one and only.
And your boy Big Trice in the studio, but we got the talented intern, the Mogo Trey.
Nephew.
Hey, you got a beautiful smile. I just want you to know that too, man.
I just want to let everybody know I won best smile. I just want to, yeah.
At what school?
I can see why. I can definitely see why. You have a beautiful smile, Trey.
And now we got another voice that's going to weigh in.
Yes, we got another person that we have added to the mix, my girl, Lexi.
What's up, everybody?
No. We'll take that. You will get off of this mic right now.
We got to redo that.
Come on now.
We got my girl Lexi in the building.
Good morning, everyone.
You nervous?
No.
Then give me some more. Good morning, Lexi. What is it?
Tenaciously persistent.
No, you got to say it like you weigh in on all the comments. What is it?
Tenaciously persistent.
And okay, so why I got it? They asked me what was hear me. What is tenaciously persistent? What is that?
Just pursuing the goal at all times, no matter what. If you get knocked down, if you fail, get back up, keep trying.
I love that. Stay tenaciously persistent at whatever it is that you're doing in life.
Yeah, definitely.
So we were talking before we went on break, or before we went to the sponsor, about back to school and how we're in this whole homeschooling thing, and you have two beautiful children, 2-year-old and a 7-year-old, and so Andrea is obviously in school. What school is she going to this year?
She Well, right now we're doing homeschool.
Okay.
And so our homeschooling actually started before the pandemic hit because my whole household got sick.
Okay.
And
Wow.
we couldn't.
So homeschooling through like TPS or through another like third party.
Well, we started through TPS, yes. And then I found another homeschooling outlet. I cannot remember the name. I want to say it's
Khan Academy.
Yeah, Khan Academy.
Oh, that was K8.
KHN. Yep.
Okay.
We're in the middle of transitioning, moving, to a different place. So, I feel like that was the best option for her.
Okay.
But I definitely can say that listen, y'all, the virtual learning, that's a task in itself.
Oh my goodness, it is.
And so it took quite a while to get my daughter acquainted with the routine of just getting up and, hey, I have to sit at this computer all day.
Right.
She's doing a little better now, but I honestly am waiting for the schools to open back up.
Right. I think most parents are waiting for the schools to open back up because I'll tell you what, I did not sign up for being a teacher. But no, shout out to all the teachers out there though, because we now get it. Okay, we now get what you guys go through on a daily basis, and we thank you and we love you, teachers, because you teachers, you educators, because you guys have a very
we gotta understand me about teachers now.
Listen, when they have an understanding. Okay.
So, do you think when they start asking for teachers to raise their salary and education?
I mean, I feel like they should have been done that. I feel like teachers should be getting, if not more than doctors, the same amount, because teachers are who put the doctors in place. So we can't have doctors if we don't have teachers. We can't have lawyers if we don't have teachers. We can't have engineers if we don't have teachers. So teachers should be I feel like teachers should be the highest paid profession out there. And if it was, then it would encourage more people to want to go be teachers and because I think there are a lot of people who have a love for education and who would love to be. I'm one of them. I've always said I wanted to be a teacher, but that was the one reason I never did was because of the pay. I was like, So I think it would encourage a lot of people who do have a passion for children and a passion, for education to want to go into that field if they actually were willing to pay them more.
So to that point, because I was a former teacher, I taught history and sociology. Once you get in the game, it's never about money. So they can't even pay me enough to give what I give. But I want to ask you, Trey, since you're weighing in on the conversation, how much would you say if an educator that works in education should be paid for their service? And Lexi, I'll ask you too. Just speak a little louder to the mic. What would you say a teacher should be able to make coming out of the pandemic? What do you think a teacher should at least make for their service?
For sure, it should be more than what they're at. I can't like an annual salary is hard to pinpoint, but they do need to be paid a well amount because they deal with a lot of kids. It brings a lot of trouble. You can have little bad seeds in the class, and they messing with the teacher. It deals with them emotionally. I know a teacher from Whitmer that just stopped teaching because so many kids were just rude and mean to her. She couldn't take it. I mean, she got
bullied out of school, by some kids.
I mean, they can't really take it, and they have a hard job creating these lessons, and they teach the youth. They have professors teach college students. I mean, it should be higher for sure than what it is because they are an important factor in life. Everybody has to go to school and you have to be taught, and the teachers, they need better pay because of all the work they put in. I've seen so many teachers that don't, I know they don't get paid. I mean, they get paid a good amount, but there should be more because they deal with so much, and then they carry it on.
Yep, they carry it home.
They take that on, but they're still strong on the inside. And I know a good teacher that just keeps going. No matter what's get thrown at her, she comes with that energy.
Shout out to that teacher. What's her name?
Students. Her name is Katie Peters.
Yeah, shout out to Miss Katie Peters for being such an excellent teacher. You heard that from Trey.
think so. Yes, because you know, I don't think there is a dollar amount that you can pay them for all that they do. They're not just teachers. While they're at school, they're parents.
They're nurses.
Nurses. You know,
counselors.
It's depending on what goes on in that environment on a daily basis. I feel like they definitely should be compensated more.
Absolutely. And so again,
I was gonna say, and I'm just looking at a comment up here. My girl Katie, she said 100K. I was thinking the same exact thing. It should be at least 100,000 a year. Like hands down. Like they deal with things on a whole nother level, and then like Trey said, they have to take that home with them, because you got to think, if you're a teacher and say you're teaching, especially something like third grade or first grade or kindergarten, and you have these students that come in and that are being neglected, abused, all these different things. They have to deal with that, and they have to take that home with them, and that's something that you can't turn off when you go home at night. You can't go home at night and forget the fact that you watched a kid walk in who had bruises all over them, or you can't forget the fact that you're looking at a kid who has been malnourished. You know what I mean? Like, and granted, whether or not you did your part and went to made calls or whatever, it's still something you go home with. So it's I think that teachers need to be at least getting paid six figures, at least 100K a year.
Absolutely, and I agree with you. Again, like I said, I am a former teacher with the Alabama school systems. I taught 9th through 12th history and sociology. So you're right. Or I would even say, if it wasn't necessarily an increase in pay, because some teachers, some school systems start off with, maybe 40 plus a year and up, right? But I would even say, if it wasn't every month that they get paid, they should break it down to every 2 weeks. Break their payments, because most teachers, most of those that work in the education system, they get paid on the monthly salary.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's
not. Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Even if it's broken down bi-weekly, it gives me a little bit more push, like Trey said, to make sure that my room is a little bit. I lead the school spirits, because I know every 2 weeks I got one to wait on. Now, some teachers that's making 60 plus, 100 plus, they'll see a check that has 4,000 or 5,000 on it at the end of the month. But now in these pressing times, Lexi, I think a biweekly check in the school system should be needed, because you're right. We deal with so many things. And one thing that I want our parents and stuff to listen, because I also worked in the juvenile side of it. Stop saying, oh, I can't do nothing with them. I let somebody else handle it.
Yeah.
Don't say that out your damn mouth again. If you are a parent that's struggling with handling your child, and it is tough, do not say in front of your kids, I can't do nothing with them, because I worked on the inside of the prisons. I worked on the inside of the juvenile prisons, and we heard it time after time after time. I can't do nothing with them. I let them work. I can't do nothing with them, but some of them were the most intelligent.
Right.
And I worked in a male facility, youth and adults, and they are some of the most bright, intelligent people in the world. So don't be afraid to find out what it is that your kid likes to do. And that means you might have to shut the fuck up and listen.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes I don't know what
you said that to me the other night when I was here with Bree.
Period. We gotta listen.
You gotta be quiet, and you gotta listen to your daughter sometimes, and
get ready for the
moment for me.
The youth podcast, and like her daughter said, it's called
Teenage Talk.
Teenage Talk, and she said it's gonna be just listen.
Just listen.
I like that. Yeah.
So
I want to also say, while we're talking about back to school and homeschooling and everything, I want to give a special shout out to all the parents of children with special needs, and especially shout out to my girl Jessica Jamaica. She's like my sister. Our sons are cousins, and she has a special needs child. And I think that a lot of people aren't even thinking about those parents. You know what I mean? Like, imagine how we feel as parents with children who don't have those special needs. But can you imagine being a parent with a child who has special needs and having to figure out how to keep them, in the house all day, sitting down at however the curriculum is? I mean, we have to definitely keep in mind our parents of those, children with special needs. And if you know someone that's a parent of a kid with special needs, let's try to give that extra help. Hey, do you need anything? Do you need me to stop by? Do you need me to bring it? Just anything that we can do to help, because they have a lot on their shoulders and they're dealing with a lot, and even more so than what us parents who, don't have those types of, issues. So, I just want to send a special shout out to those parents and say that you guys are doing an amazing job, especially you, Jessica. Shout out to you, my girl. You're such a wonderful, amazing mother, and you do everything for your children. And you, I just want to send a shout out to you
and
for that.
That's awesome. And I would like to say big shout out to Keyshawn Gilmer, a.k.a. Kumo, probably the most popular high school special needs. He is deaf. But you couldn't tell that Kumo, he's been on every show.
Aww.
When just
we
graduated.
Get him on our show then.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And he before the pandemic, when those seniors received that great blessing to attend college, he would be attending this year the Ohio State University from Toledo, Toledo base, but he will be going to Ohio State.
That's
but
amazing.
He was also, big shout out to Pete Caden, the gentleman who led that, to paying for those students and those parents and one parent to go to college or a trade school. But
at Scott, right?
That's correct.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
And the city felt good. But what ended up taking place, the gentleman who did that from Ottawa Hills, but he moved to Chicago. I definitely agree. Those that are raising children with impaired barriers and still making it happen. Even the parents that may have those barriers and still trying to teach their kids, their guardians too, because sometimes we think that you got to be a parent, Lexi, and sometimes it's a grandparent.
Yeah.
It's sometimes just a foster parent that is taking on a responsibility of raising a child.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Or even a family member.
Yeah. Oh yes. Thank you, Lexi. The aunts. That's why aunts and uncles matter.
And grandmas and grannies.
Aunts and uncles' lives matter.
Yes,
definitely.
Shout out one of your aunties and your uncles. Shout them out. Give them a little love.
Hey, I shout out all of my family.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I speak to you on a daily basis, see you often or not. It's love.
Shout out to all my family too, all my Hymas family and Adrian, and all my family in San Antonio, all my family in Detroit, my Pearson family. Shout out to my dad in Minnesota. Shout out to my mom here, and yeah.
Trey, who you got? Who you shouting out? What family members you?
And my sister and brother out in AZ. Sorry. Go ahead, Trey.
Me right there. They fine. They don't need nah.
Yeah, you gotta shout them out.
Shout out my dad, man. Byron Daniels. He's a cool guy. I guess everybody knows him.
Shout out.
Nah, for real. Thank you for everything. My mom and my dad, they gave me the world, and they gave me the blueprint. And that's why I'm here. My dad knows Jesse and Vic. And I'm glad I got to meet them.
And me.
Trice,
Don't forget.
And Leah. I know we all know you. Gosh,
and we losing weight together, B. I know you listening. We gonna get that down.
Don't forget Livy, Trey.
I guess I can thank my sister.
God, you gotta shout out my girl Olivia. She's out in LA doing big things.
She got her associate's degree.
Yes.
In, theater arts or something like that. She's gonna go to a big college. And my mom, shout out my mom. I love my mom. That's all.
Mama's boy.
That's all I gotta say. Yeah.
For sure.
Just shout out everybody. I love everybody.
Big shout out to all my family and friends. And when you have increased, because everyone be like y'all my family. So big shout out to my sisters. And yeah, the whole family know I'm like that dad. The team in here know I'm like that dad, because at the end of the day, it's about growth. It's about love.
Me.
Period, Pooh. And to all those listeners, to y'all, We love y'all. Miss Katie, I see you replying in, seeing so much of the love. Make sure you hit the like button.
Thank you so much.
Again,
Shout
the
out
next
to
10
all
people.
our listeners and viewers.
Share this. And this is what it's about. This is the #1 urban media podcast in the country. Don't go nowhere. We're going to play a little bit of music. Stay tuned and just vibe a little bit. It's the Rise and Grind Morning Show. Hear me?
If you're tired of church as usual and you're looking for something invigorating, exciting with passion, then the Greater New Psalmist Baptist Church, 3251 Glendale, is the place for you. We are a people that's determined to occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change. The only thing's missing is you. Meet us at 3251 Glendale Avenue as we continue to be relevant and occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change.
Toledo, rep your city. Visit us online at the419grind.com.
baby. I'm the 90s, but I'm whipping like the 80s, baby.
See, I'm hating, I ain't tripping, I'm just stacking, I'm just flipping, I'm just sticking to the scripture, keep it fire, keep it whipping. Water whipping in the kitchen, bought that dollar, bitch, I get it. If you ain't fucking with my movement, fuck you and your feelings. So, money over everything, I mean every dollar. Water whipping in the kitchen, make the stove holler. And you ain't talking shit if it ain't about no money. That up in exotic and I move it, bitch, I keep that Scotty.
Fuck, I look like going broke, chasing after bitches, money on the phone. Roll 9 woods out of 28 grounds, rotating, slapping zone.
Hear me?
I've been in my zone, slapping zones, real trap. I've been in my zone, slapping zones, real trap.
Fuck, I look like going broke, chasing after bitches, money on the phone. Roll 9 woods out of 28 grounds, rotating, slapping zone.
Hear me?
I've been in my zone, slapping zones, real trap. I've been in my zone, slapping zones, real trap.
I've been slapping zones, 2 phones going stupid. Went to cop and got some shit on accident and moved it. I'ma sell if they gon' use it. Bought the work wet, I ain't cool it. Trap lives matter, don't be foolish. If you doing it, really do it. We ain't calling for no prices, they put tight and drop it off. Went to pay the plug and left them extra, show 'em I'm a boss. Heavy on the sauce, heavy on the cheese. Heavy ice chunks and the watch on the sleeve.
Niggas know how I'm trapping, niggas know how I'm coming. Keep 30 in my clip, you see me start running. Get Ricky in your back, hollows tear through stomach. Me and my bro sharks, we see you, we start hunting. No faking in my click, we keep it 100. We taking them trips and we throwing them hundreds. I step in the trap, they all shop cause I run it. You take some from me, you get smoke marijuana.
Yes, my boy Magic One. I love that track. That be having me hype. Who else
I'm
is
talking
on that?
about T Gizzy, my boy Flint Heem. Again, big shout out to all the local artists.
Yes.
Like our executive producer has
Make
said.
sure you send in your music.
Send in your music.
Info at the419grind.com.
That's my girl.
Music. I gotta get my boy Dre P's music on because I know he's sent some music in, so I gotta make sure I get in there and get his music and get that on next time.
And so I guess again we got some great people listening and weighing in. Want to thank you. So before we went to the break, Trey asked, he was like, "What's up? What's going on around the world? What's going on around the city?" Did y'all know right now the coronavirus has exceeded almost 25 million people?
Crazy. I did not know that. That's
like,
I didn't know that.
And almost, I think it was nearly 6 million. Well, I won't give that, but it has surpassed 25 million cases. But I will say this to Trey, Leah, Lexi. If we would have been testing before they pushed the test, you think we would have caught this?
I think so. I think you know I think that our people in charge did not handle it the way they should have handled. I mean, you see all the clips. It's funny because 45 keeps contradicting. He's been contradicting himself from the very beginning. In one clip, he's saying, "Oh, you know, it's not that serious. We're not, you know, basically it's whatever. It's not nothing." And then, you know, once it really hit, then there were, you know, clips of him basically now saying, "Oh, you know, whatever." He was just contradicting himself a lot. And he was contradicting himself a lot. And I think that had they taken it serious, you know, from the very beginning, back when, you know, we were first hearing about all of this in China, you know, and we should have, you know, I just think that our administration did not handle it correctly. And even once it got over here and started spreading like wildfires, they just didn't, you know, they weren't able to contain it and they weren't able to get it under control. And now it's just 25 million. That's
cases. Do you think that as well, Lexi, that because they pushed testing in everyone and they was making it accessible to get the testing, we saw an increase in the numbers?
I honestly feel like they didn't handle it in proper amount of time. And then another thing I noticed is, you know, when they began to quarantine, a lot of people, they didn't take the virus seriously. So, you know, you have people saying there is no virus. It's a, you know, conspiracy theory and all that going on. So I think that contributed a lot
To
to
it.
the spread as well.
Yeah, because you know, shout out to my boy Tim Murphy. You know, he caught corona and he was in the hospital for a while, and we almost thought we were gonna lose him there for a little while. And he even said, you know, once he made it out and made it on back over to the other side, and he was, you know, came back on social media and was started, you know,
Being Tim.
Yeah, being Tim again. He said, you know, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, like when this first hit, I was still out here, you know, after they said we needed to be, you know, self-quarantining and we need to be in the house. He said I was still out here going to different places at parties, and then next thing I know, I end up sick and I'm in the hospital and almost lost my life. Like, so he made it a point to say, like, yeah, this is more serious than what we are giving it credit for. You know what I mean? And thank God he made it through that.
Yeah,
you know.
God.
And he's here to tell the story.
To test
you know?
me, yep. Big shout out to my picky brother for life. We went through that whole ordeal. So would you say, Trey, that we're seeing the increase in numbers because we having the access to more testing? If we would have did this before, because now the numbers have risen, but we have more access and people being tested.
From the jump, when this started back in like January, right? The beginning of January, right? Everything started happening. I don't think anybody took it serious until that first case came to America, because it was like, it's not our problem. This is another country. Nobody takes it serious until it's happening
in their backyard.
So when it got here, it was inevitable. They just said it was gonna happen. They just said, when is it gonna happen? So when it got here, I felt like we didn't take the proper precautions as America. I feel like the president, the government, the state, somebody. Yeah, and if the only essential thing was people would.
It's okay.
It's all right.
He was saying he was.
Sorry.
Yeah, no.
If we would have been more serious, and the only essential thing you could do was go to your job or go get groceries, because you gotta eat. That's the only thing you can eat. Stay at home, work from home, do what you got to do at home, and stay away from public places, or try and keep, if you do have to get together, make them smaller groups, and then have a schedule, like just be away. We weren't taking this serious, and then they opened up businesses and everything back up soon, because people were losing money.
Yeah.
So they wanted to get their money. It's all about money. It's always about money.
Yeah.
They wanted to get their money back, so they opened up businesses, and then you see a surge of cases through the roof, right? Skyrocket. Where the U.S. is leading. First of all, it didn't even start here. It got to other countries before us, and we 6 million cases and like 800,000 deaths in the world, or some weird happened. And we're leading because we weren't taking the precaution, and then I don't think the president was taking it as serious, or using it. It was a lack of effort on our side, and then we tried to do it too late, and then we opened up too early. And it's inevitable. The cases are going to still happening. Like, it's too late. The schools are started. People go back to work. Like, unless they shut down the businesses and everything again. I mean, it's just going to be cases popping here and there for maybe a couple years, if you're being realistic. Like, this is going to be around. It's a new factor in life. We're going to have to wear a mask always. You never know who has it. You don't want to be around too many people at a group. Parties. I know parties that have been happening. At this point, you can only take precaution and protect yourself, try and help. And you just have to let it run its course at this point, because you can't reverse it now. It's already in emotion, so you just got to let it run its course.
Definitely, and I appreciate you weighing in, and you, Lexi. So, again, as we continue to build our immune system, wash your hands, all those
I don't know why you weren't washing your hands in the first. Who wasn't washing their hands?
Okay.
But not as much. Not saying they wasn't watching
You
it.
would be surprised. A lot of people weren't, okay?
So, not as much. But I would say to the point that you were making with the testing, we don't necessarily talk about, and we don't necessarily hear a lot about, as Leah spoke about, our friend Sincere Murphy, good friend. This is a lifetime friend of mine. But there were a lot of success stories. Mm-hmm. The NBA shut down the whole league, and the world shut down from a guy who plays for the Utah Jazz. Trey, what's his name?
Rudy Gobert got it first, and then he gave it to Donovan Mitchell, his teammate, and probably a couple other people.
Oh, wow. So they stopped the NBA when it happened. Mm-hmm. Today, we see more cases than we saw then. Why we haven't shut down?
Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
And then, like, when they shut down, they didn't completely shut down. They should have completely shut our nation down.
For sure. People
period,
were still
point blank.
Takeout food.
I mean, so it should have been shut down. And
wait. What do you mean? What should have been shut down?
Like how Trey said, people are still ordering takeout. You know, they shut down the businesses, but you can still go. You can still get takeout.
You only need to have essential things, groceries. Go buy your groceries. Go home. Kick it at the crib.
And of
Ain't
course,
no reason for you to be out.
Even with that, there should have been some sort of stipulations or some sort of something, because listen, even me, we turned Walmart into the club. Like, we turned Walmart into, I was going to Walmart every day. Like,
but then you want somebody to tell you don't go?
Yeah, I probably should have had if something mandatory would have been in place to where, like, say, you can only go to the store, you know, I mean, and this maybe sound crazy, but, you know, I just think something. I don't know what it is. I don't know how they could have done it, but I think if something else would have been in place to where you can't just come here to the store every single day. You know what I'm saying? Like Trey said, it has to be essential. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so remember, as people, especially the black race, we are
rebels.
Rebels, and we are a social culture of people. Socialization is big in our culture. Mm-hmm. So just to end it, and very vital, we gravitate off of being social. That's a teaching mechanism. Mm-hmm. Now you saying stop? So it is some difficulties. But like I said, with Rudy Gobert stopping the NBA, we saw the world shut down. But we got a caller.
All the way from LA. We got a caller all the way from LA. So we're going to just shut up and take this call, right?
From the caller.
Good morning, caller, all the way from, well, that's what your area code looks like, but we don't know. But thank you for calling the all-new Rise and Grind Morning Show. Who do we have on the call?
My name is Andre Savage.
Hey, boy, Dre Sav. What up, Dre? We miss you in the studio.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. I appreciate that. I know missing y'all, too. It's beautiful, though, watching it go off, though. I could see it. You know what I mean? It's beautiful always. And I like the conversation here, though. This is where y'all got me. I definitely want to show love.
Thank you.
And do all that.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? You already know that. But I do want to offer this, and I don't want to get, so please, Leah, don't take off and blast me. I don't even want to
You giving a disclaimer already?
Hey, give you a minute. Give you a minute, Andre.
Yeah. All I want to do, and I want to add this to the young King Trey, because I like his energy and how he's letting you know that I really love the fact that his perspective is so focused, man, and it's clear, and a lot of young people, they kind of check out and they just go along. So I can see that brother's really heavy because he's thinking and he's conscientious. But all I would do is I would caution everyone. And I think Trice when Trice said, Leah, like, what do you mean? And then he said, hey, you still want somebody to stop you. Let's focus on that point. I understand why we're saying that we need to do these things. I get that everyone is worked up in fear, and that's a key ingredient. So when the fear is heightened, you can then covertly remove a lot of the civil liberty. And because even though we're doing it and we know why, and what we're thinking we know why, vigilant in your accountability quest, asking people, okay, you telling me to do this, But why exactly? I mean, besides just saying, okay, it's COVID, but how come we have to do this way and so forth, and so on. So we kind of in, we kind of out. Just keep that in mind. Double messages and double talk, and y'all know who does that. And I'm gone.
Right. I love your take on that. Yeah, I love your take on that. I'm feeling you. I hear you. I hear you, Sav.
And thank you, Sav. And I know, what time is it there, Sav? Where you at? Where is it?
Oh, we right here. I'm still on the east. I'm in the A right now. So
okay.
I'm on the East Coast with it at the moment. So I'm right with y'all at the same time. So,
all right.
Well, big shout out to Savvy Sinclair.
We appreciate you calling in, Sav. Have safe travels coming on home.
He said, wash your hands.
Right. So, I was looking before he called, because this is one thing though, there is a lot of fear out there because of the pandemic. But let's not forget that this is not the first pandemic that this nation, has experienced. We've had the smallpox, we've had yellow fever, we've had cholera, scarlet fever, typhoid Mary, polio, whooping cough. I mean, we've had pandemics. This is not the first time. This is the first time we've seen it in our lifetime, but this has happened before, and where numerous, where millions of people were being, were lost their lives. So at the end of the day, because I am a spiritual person, reason why I maybe didn't take it too serious or in the beginning or whatever, or maybe even still now. I mean, because I don't want to say that I don't take it serious. I do, and I have been trying, making it a point to be more cautious and more self-aware, and I wear my masks, and and I'm cleaning more now and things like that and all those things. But I'm just more or less like, hey, listen, just like I can't control cancer, just like I can't control, walking outside and being hit by a car and dying, and you know what I mean? Just I can't control if I'm shot by the police. I can't control a lot of things that are going on right now. You know what I mean? So all I can do is continue to wake up every single morning and praise God for waking me and my family up, and ask him to continue to guide me and be with me and cover me and my family. And I think that ultimately, at the end of the day, this is all God is showing us, that none of y'all are in control. Not your government, not none of these people, not none of these leaders, not none of these. No, I'm in control. And when and we need to repent, and we need to get our minds right and our spiritualities right, and we need to get ourselves together, and so that we can go ahead and get this thing out the way. And that's my take on that, and that's that on that.
I agree, Leah.
she is in that, y'all. It is a heavy conversation, and there is no right or wrong, but we know there are principles and values in trying to do right. So just, try to do right.
Yeah.
Try to build your immune system. Try to keep yourself safe. As much as we even practice in here, and we do at times, we wipe everything down here in the studios. We have masks for those that don't feel comfortable. We have our mics are extended to keep distance and things of that nature. So again, as people learn to manage an uncertainty, and I will say this to everyone, and I like what Dre said, even you, Leah, can you handle managing yourself in the uncertain times?
Right.
Can you handle yourself in a uncertain times? Because we are so used to wanting to know what the next day look like. When we don't, we get a little bit out of whack.
And we don't even know if tomorrow's promised while we worried about it.
That's right.
But
we live in today.
Yeah.
Even right now in this moment, y'all don't know what the hell I'm about to say. This is expect the unexpected.
Exactly.
I might say all big people matter. And y'all like, what? I'm not big, but
they matter too.
Exactly.
All lives matter.
Little booties matter. Little booties. No, I'm saying.
So.
I do too. That's why I said it.
This went from COVID to so big shout out to all the success stories, and we'll be speaking right here to some of the success stories. Y'all got success stories.
What you over here think about?
Success is the rise and grind. I'm thinking about success. But I thank all of our viewers and our listeners.
Thank you so much.
Y'all are what is going to, and I say that in that way, that is going to make sure that this continues to be the #1 urban media podcast in the country. Straight from grassroots, right here at the 419 Grind Studios. Don't go nowhere. We're going to go to one more commercial, And when we come back, we're going to wrap up this show with
you guys
our
so
final
much for staying
points.
tuned.
I want to thank Lexi. Want to thank Trey.
Yes, thank
but,
you guys.
like we said, just vibe a little bit. We'll be right back.
Right back. Stay tuned.
And you're looking for something invigorating, exciting with passion, then the Greater New Psalmist Baptist Church, 3251 Glendale, is the place for you. We are
Yes, welcome back to the all new Rise and Grind morning show with your girl Miss Leah Renee, my boy Big Trice in the building. We got our boy Trey over here engineering the show, and I got my girl Lexi over here on the mic. So I want to say though, because we just played an ad by our sponsor, and shout out to Greater New Psalmist Church. I want to tell everybody that's listening right now that this Sunday, the first Sunday of September, which is the 6th, September 6th, Greater New Psalmist Church will be having their first service back on campus since the pandemic. It's going to be outdoors on the lawn. They're going to be barbecuing. They're going to have food. They're going to have a DJ. There's still going to be social distancing. Each family, everybody will be 6 feet apart.
Yeah,
and masks worn and everything like that. So it's going to be a great event. Bring your family out. It's free food, worship, and
What's the address?
3251 Glendale Avenue.
By Rudy's Hot Dog.
Right across the street from J. Mays. So yeah, make sure you guys come and check that out. It's going to be a dope service, and they're going to have a lot of fun going on. So make sure you come.
It's not across the street from J. Mays.
It definitely is.
That's down by MCO. It's not by in South and Burn. It's down by Rudy's Hot Dogs.
No, sir.
You talk about Greater New Somers?
I'm talking about Greater New Somers Church at 3251
Google
Glendale
it.
Avenue,
It's all right,
across
go-
the street from J. Mays.
You want to make a bet?
I sure do.
Oh, wagering.
I sure do. What are we
Bet.
betting?
All coffee all week. I mean drinks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Y'all seen it here.
Y'all seen it right here. They watching it.
Okay, so where are you saying this church
No,
is located?
just go on your Google map and look at the places around it, and you'll see. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Greater New Somers
Yeah.
Church.
So, but I know you know the address, but
Yeah.
just where you saying it, it's a little down the street from there. But it's okay.
Okay.
Because you gonna get them drinks. I'm gonna be thirsty.
We gonna see.
I'm gonna be thirsty. Again, and also Leah, those that think they can be a part of the team, join the team. If you love media production, on air, engineers, every aspect of media support, come in, learn your role, learn the role to play. This is a great opportunity. Again, if you're willing to listen, learn, and be coached, you can have a great opportunity right here with the 419 Grind podcast exclusive team. So look to join the team.
And we also offer our services if you want your own podcast. If you're interested in starting your own podcast, but you don't know the first, clue on how to do
get
it,
there?
that's what we're here for. We provide that service. You pay a fee,
Great point,
and
Leah.
boom, there you go. You got your podcast. So make sure you get with us for those needs as well.
And as Leah mentioned earlier, we are trying to support our minority and black businesses.
Yes.
We will promote you. What I will do, I will say something like this. Make sure you reach out to House of Bell if you need all of your facial needs. But I need you to call my girl Barbara at Anderson. Please call her at 567-316-3467. Again, her number is 567-316-3467. 3467. She does lashes, facials, waxing, and massages. Tell them you heard it first right here. I don't see what that look like. The way that thing's set up in that phone.
That's
The way that's on the other side of the church. That's way on the other side of MCO.
Just show me where there's a Rudy's hot dog, please. Please
man.
show me where there's a Rudy's hot dog. That's all I want to know.
Oh, that's not what you look. Trey ready to come in. What?
Hey, we had a good broadcast today, didn't we?
Try to head out of there. Hear me. Helping educate, restore, empower my environment, and that's what it's all about in the youth. What I like about tomorrow, y'all want to be right here. Y'all don't.
And make sure you guys are looking out for Real Table Talk with Leah Renee. Make sure you're looking out for the 419 Grind podcast, and make sure you're looking out for the Self-Explanatory, capital T. And we also have Dr. Coleman's show coming soon on the way. So make sure you guys look out for everything 419
Where can
Grind
they find out? Where can they find those things at?
You can find those things at the 419 Grind Facebook page and the 419 Grind YouTube page.
Also, hold on, because we about to go, but we got some, because I like that. If, like Leah said, you want to do your own podcast and you just don't know where to start, check out one of the podcasts on our YouTube page, the 419 Grind podcast. Look at the conversation. Look what you want to present. This is a great studio. And leave it here with us. On New Rise and Grind Morning Show.
And so, again, like we said, if you have local music and you want to submit your music, make sure you submit to info@the419grind.com. And so, with that said, my boy Dre P has new music. It's called Cold. We're going to play this closing out the show. Thank you to all our listeners. We love y'all. And until next time, mwah.
white feet need hoes. I say hype for street hoes. Huh? Big, cool, alright.
All of my diamonds they cold. Stand too close, you feel the snow. We stand out on that in the cold. Ice all over me, it glows. All of my diamonds they cold. Stand too close, you feel the snow. We stand out on that in the cold.
It's in you. For me, I be shining. Pop the living burgers, I be wildin'. I'm so cold. I'm so cold.
Really skating like it's Nancy. Fell in love with my fancy. Treat her like a Jeep, only if she cheap. Baby girl, you can't command me. Ice trader wrist, diamonds got her pissed, and I hit her with a plan B. Chain looking drippy, black ice, slippy, red coupe, trippy, in and out of Fendi, and I got the juice. You could call me simply. What else? Hit her with the ring of Stimpy. Idiot, you can't see the Bentley. Gang colder than the igloo. Double C's on her swimsuit. Only if you bring them in, Stu. Come here.
Fucking a leaf. Say white feet need hoes. I say hype for street hoes. Huh? Big, cool, alright.
All of my diamonds they cold. Stand too close, you feel the snow. We stand out on that in the cold. Ice all over me, it glows. All of my diamonds they cold. Stand too close, you feel the snow. We stand out on that in the cold.
For me, I be shining. Pop the living burgers, I be wildin'. I'm so cold.
Disclaimer, if I mess, the shit I say may get irate. Got bad bitches like Mike Spade. She gave me 10K in my life change. Show her the ropes to the whole game. She said, daddy, it's no thing. Came to be a model, I got her. And see her wanna fucking all night off cocaine. My bitch trained like a golden glove. Get her attitude, put on the gloves. She watch her mouth, no shoulder shrugs. She put close cause she know the plug. That hoe would've been a crack hoe. Without me, and I guarantee I'm a hustler. Find out that you buying one, I'm selling dreams.
Fucking a leaf. Say white feet need hoes. I say hype for street hoes. Huh? Big, cool, alright.
All of my diamonds they cold. Stand too close, you feel the snow. We stand out on that in the cold. Ice all over me, it glows. All of my diamonds they cold. Stand too close, you feel the snow. We stand out on that in the cold.
For me, I be shining.